Well, thank you to our witnesses for being here today. And Ms. Ung, I'd like to build maybe on the previous questioning in your response. We need to unlock more industrial data, spatial data, as I understand it, a lot of it, so that embodied AI or AI used to control machines in the physical space can continue to move forward. China, a country we care about because we compete with them on a number of different levels. They lead the world in terms of deploying industrial robots, collecting this sort of data. We're going to have to come up, of course, with a different set of rules and practices, one's consistent with our values and laws, but I think for starters, we need to distinguish between industrial AI and consumer AI. I have some legislation with several colleagues called the AI Public Awareness and Education Campaign Act. This seeks to provide transparency into AI, its promises, limitations, and what consumers can expect from it. Too often we think about AI and our minds immediately, I think naturally, move towards generative AI, rather than the AI we've been living with and using for the past several decades. You are correct in your testimony that what we in Congress do on consumer-facing AI shouldn't impede the innovation and deployment of technology in manufacturing, like with the work you are doing in the maritime space, for example. As you may know, I introduced some legislation called the Ships for America Act. This is legislation to reinvigorate American shipbuilding, and an item that fortunately Republicans and Democrats alike have gotten behind. It's something that President Trump has prioritized for his administration. And I understand that Siemens recently created a new maritime business to address the opportunities the company perceived in the shipbuilding and ship repair industries. Can you walk me through, Ms. Ung, the benefits these types of industrial AI capabilities can have in the effort for America to reclaim our shipbuilding dominance?
Absolutely. Thank you for the question. So what I would start with is by saying that if America truly does want to reclaim shipbuilding dominance globally, we have to outpace our competitors, not just in labor, but in building out these digital capabilities. And industrial AI is indisputably a force multiplier here. We think about tackling industrial AI in shipbuilding across 3 different areas of a ship's life cycle. So starting in design, through production, and then into sustainment. We apply applications of industrial AI across each area of that life cycle, everything from doing faster, more precise design using AI-enabled simulation, through predictive maintenance, making sure that the machines in the back shop are available and ready to roll for every single task that's needed. But if I were to summarize, the most important thing is that we're using industrial AI to help sequence work so that it's done more efficiently and more quickly. And what this does is it reduces rework and it makes work better on the deck plate in the shipyards because people are able to execute the first time and operate in a more productive environment. Thank you.
And as some of my constituents watch this hearing, they may think, wait a second, more productivity, that means higher wages too, right? So that's a byproduct oftentimes of these types of investments, whether it's yesterday's capital investments or today's AI investments. So I do want to underscore that. What is relatedly Siemens doing, Ms. Ung, to upskill the American workforce more broadly to ensure workers can succeed in these high-tech, high-demand, AI-empowered roles?
Thank you for the question, Senator. We're doing a lot, but if I were to summarize, I would pick 2 different things. One is we are working with an ecosystem of partners to develop what we call micro-credentials for shipbuilding specifically, but more broadly for manufacturing. What this is doing is it's creating pragmatic, kind of ready-to-use credentials that might be a day, a week, a month long, and they prepare the workforce to go into modern shipbuilding and start operating on day one. The second piece is that I am incredibly proud that Siemens has committed to training 200,000 electricians and manufacturing experts by 2030. We're not doing it alone. We're working with public-private partners, universities, community colleges, and trade programs to be able to do that. And I'm extremely proud to share that today. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for your answers, Ms. Ong. Mr. Chairman.